Tail the tape for this one brought to you by Dude Wipe. Sadibou Sy, 38 years of age. Dalton Rosta, only 29. Sadibou is 6'3", Rosta 6 foot even. Reach advantage favoring the Swedish Denzel. An 80-inch reach. Ian Parker, what do you have in this fight?
Thanks, Sean. So the line has been flip-flopping all week long. Sadibou Sy was a -110, other two a -120, now +105. I'm going to go that way here. Don't get me wrong, Rosta, him and Sean have the same body, so both you guys look like Hercules. However, when it comes to the reach, if Sadibou Sy can stop the takedowns, I believe he wins in a stand-up battle. Give me the dog at Sadibou Sy.
This is a first-round matchup in the middleweight bracket of the PFL World Tournament. Turning our attention to the blue corner stands a man with a professional record of 9 victories against just 1 single defeat. He tipped the scales at 185 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida by way of Newcastle, Pennsylvania, Dalton Hercules Rosta! Across the cage in the red corner with a record of 17-8-2. Weighing in officially at 185 3/4 pounds. This man is the 2022 PFL Welterweight Champion from Stockholm, Sweden, Sadibou Sy! Your referee for this bout, Marcos Perez.
Brittany says it's round 1. Arc of advanced stats. Trade with intelligence. 56% of the knockout wins for Sadibou Sy have been in the first round. And he'll be expressing some urgency tonight. He's got to get home to that pregnant wife. Southpaw stance for Sadibou. Dalton Rosta, the former Youngstown State wrestler and Youngstown State football player.
Interesting, right before the fight started, Sadibou Sy looked over at the opposite corner and offered his fist, and Rosta said, nah, we're not touching gloves here. He's here with a point to prove. He was talking about it at the face-offs. He's been talking about it in all his interviews. He feels like he is the man to show everybody that this is his year. And I like this forward pressure here. Controlling the center is going to be a key, but we also know how good Sadibou Sy is moving laterally, sniping off the back foot and defending takedowns.
That's something that he added to his game after that 2018 season. The last time we saw him at 185 pounds. Moved to Las Vegas. Spent some time at a little boutique gym they have down there.
Yeah, a little tiny place.
Extreme Couture has been his training home for many years now. High kick almost landed for Dalton Rosta.
Yeah, it's a good start for Rosta. He needs to be cautious of that left leg of Sadibou Sy targeting his midsection though. Big wing over the top. Sadibou's defending a takedown right now, but Rosta's got his hands together.
High single attempt by Rosta.
See all this corded muscle for Dalton Rosta. If Sadibou Sy can make him hustle and work hard, takes a lot of oxygen to fuel that muscle mass.
The only time really when we've seen Rosta vulnerable in his fights is when he's gotten tired. You know, we saw it against Norbert as well, taking deep breaths in the last round, being forced to level change under pressure. If I was Sadibou Sy, I would be aiming for that game plan, force him into the 3rd round and make him tired. But if Rosta ends up scoring this takedown and finishing top position, he may be able to dominate the rest of this round and not burn too much energy. Nice knees to the far side leg as well.
Rosta expressed a desire to get back to his finishing ways. The beginning of his MMA career, both amateur and pro, it was 10 straight finishes. And that furious finishing pace slowed more after he made the pro transition. He's 9-1 with 4 knockouts, able to grind out these decisions, and we'll see if we do get into the later rounds who that favors here.
Sadibou Sy doing a good job of being problematic with his legs, particularly his right knee. He's just kind of keeping it wedged in an awkward position that's keeping some space between their hips. And then you can see that Sadibou's gone with double overhooks and got his hands together. An unusual control position, but it's at least slowing the attack down of Rosta, who's now looking for an outside reap.
Foot stomp there from Dalton Rosta. That goes to a knee on the inside of Sadibou Sy's left leg.
Some deep breaths here by Sadibou Sy as well. Yeah, again now, you see Sadibou Sy switch sides, so now it's his left leg that's getting in the way. Using a good knee shield, switches to the opposite side, brings the right leg back into play. Real battle for head position here.
Scan the QR code and get nitrogen-infused Valor energy drinks. Official energy drink partner of the PFL. Dalton Rosta continues to press Sadibou Sy into the smart cage.
That one hurt him.
That might maybe have gone low. Body kick there from Sadibou Sy. It looked like he was grabbing the cup, but the referee did not stop it. Knee to the midsection as Dalton came in. Pushes right through it, and again, chest to chest. Big uppercut, just misses for Dalton Rosta, and Sy attacks the body kick again.
Beautiful kick that is. Rosta's got to be careful of it winging up to the top of his head now.
Yeah, we've seen that from Sadibou in the past.
Inside leg kick, then a body kick. Sadibou giving all the look with his left leg. Overhand right into another takedown attempt here for Rosta, who finally gets Sy to the ground. And he will finish with some hammer fists and left hands on top.
Ready?
Sadibou Sy with some big breaths in the green. Dalton Rosta's in the dark trunks. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture here beside the PFL Smart Cage on ESPN. Our betting expert Ian Parker also in the building alongside Jonathan Coachman and cage side reporter Kennedy Smith. Rosta showing some high kicks, causing Sadibou Sy to react.
Yeah, both these guys are very loose with their kicking game. It's a good way for Dalton to deal with the reach of Sadibou Sy by opening up with kicks of his own. But you can see he's trying to punch himself into the clinch again here. Trying to get Sadibou Sy back up against the fence so there's nowhere to go when he drives forward.
Sadibou getting on his bike a little bit more. Circling around, trying to keep his back away from that cage. Oh! Behind a double jab and an overhand right, Dalton Rosta now takes the back of Sadibou Sy and hammers away with his right hand. Sadibou in big trouble here. Referee didn't like the defense. Warned Sadibou Sy that he was looking closely. Rosta now trying to climb over into a mount. Thinks better of the knee on belly. Stays inside control. Short frame and an elbow from Rosta on top.
One thing I will say as well, similar to the J.J. Wilson ground and pound as well, there's a lot of drama in the way that he attacks. You know, he attacks very ferociously, and it's like, it's quite a statement the way that he approaches his ground and pound. Like, even if he's not landing anything particularly significant, which of course he is at times. Oh, Americana!
Americana hold here on the right arm of Sadibou Sy.
Oh, man.
Torquing that shoulder. Sadibou able to extract himself from that grip.
It's like some blood coming from Sadibou. Seen it on the back of the arm of Dalton.
Randy, you call that a double wrist lock or an Americana?
Americana.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a debate in the gym every now and again.
My coach from Greco, Bob Anderson, is the one who invented that move in Brazil with the Gracies. That's where it got its name, the Americana, because it came from Bob Anderson.
Nice. Look at that. Randy Couture is like a history book. like a combat sports archive. Exactly, he beat you up. The trucker's just said to me in my ear, I've got to repeat it. He'll beat you up and he'll teach you about it.
And he can do both at the same time.
Oh, poor Tito. Look at this, looking for a potential north-south choke here.
Rosta could potentially, with this right arm gripping over the side of the head and around the back of the neck, he can work his hips around to his own right, move like a clock. Sadibou wise,
got the
Darce choke.
Darce choke is tight. Very, very tight.
And a big squeeze from Dalton Rosta as he tries to gather the legs of Sadibou Sy.
I think Sadibou Sy.
He's out!
Wow.
And a tap, Dalton Rosta! Submission finish.
Wow.
Impressive performance. 10th professional win of Dalton Rosta's career. Double fisting the Valor energy drinks on top of the smart cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, 3 minutes and 29 seconds into round 2 with a Darce choke submission, advancing to the semifinals of the PFL World Tournament, Dalton 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗍 Rosta.
10-1 now as a professional. Dalton Rosta advances to a middleweight semifinal. Makes good on his PFL debut as well. Dan Hardy's with the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Hercules Dalton Rosta. We spoke earlier this week and you told me that you were the man. You were the middleweight that everyone's got to watch out for and that this is your year. He was the one that drew the short straw by facing you first, and you proved it.
Yeah, man. I've been telling you guys all week I'm the best fucking middleweight on the planet. Period, point blank. There's nobody better. I don't care who you name. Put them in front of me, they're going down.
And that's a strong confidence to step into a tournament with. You're into the next round, of course, you know your next opponent, but it's almost like you don't care who you're fighting next. Is that a fair thing to say?
I mean, I fucking care. Look who I'm fighting. The only motherfucker that beat me. We get a fucking rematch. I can't wait for this one, baby. Stars aligned. We're going to get the rematch. I've been looking forward to this shit for almost 2 years now. So I'm looking forward to it, man, for real.
Just talk to me about this opponent, Sadibou Sy. You know he's going to be up against the fence, defending takedowns and sniping. What was the game plan coming in? Did you expect it to go that way?
He wasn't doing any sniping against me. I don't know what fight you were watching. I beat that motherfucker everywhere. He's a great fighter, and I respect the shit out of him. I told him that after. But whenever I get close to fight time, I get in a different zone. I'm in a different mindset. I was respectful to him all week long, all fight camp long. I talked nothing but highly of him. But as soon as we get close to the fight, after weigh-ins, I change, bro. I change. I'm a different fighter. Like I was telling them earlier, I buried the old Dalton. There's shit that I did this camp leading up to this fight that the old Dalton would have fucking never done. I'm way better than I ever used to be, and I'm a completely different fighter now.
I'm motivated even more by a rematch that you get in the next round.
Very motivated, man, but everybody kept asking me all week long, what do you think of the potential matchup with a rematch with Aaron Jeffries? Your only loss on your record, and I just kept telling them, I'm not focused on him right now. I got Sadibou Sy in front of me. He's one of the best strikers on the planet, and he's no one to take lightly. So I had to focus on him, but it was hard not to let that creep in the back of my head, man, and the stars aligned. He won his fight earlier. He had a little nitty-gritty fight. It was a close one, split decision. I wasn't sure if he was going to get the win or not, but I'm excited he did, and I'm excited I did, and I can't wait to get the rematch of that.
That's a hell of a semi-final. Let's bring in the president of fighter operations, the great Ray Sefo, and let's bring in the next opponent, Aaron Jeffries. This is a rematch. There may be some revenge on the table in this semi-final bout. Dalton Rosta, Aaron Jeffries. What a fight that is going to be. Two powerhouses in the middleweight division.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.